Hello and welcome back to another OMNIHEROES video. In this video we're going to have a look at the Devine Scepter at 3 stars. Now in my previous review I have already said that this is probably one of the best PvP relics that we do have. The reason for it is this second passive right here. So you only need it at 2 stars in order to get this passive to unlock it, and this seems to be the key point for this relic. It's after casting the relic, purifies all non-controlled debuffs from all allies. What this does effectively is the same as how Lechesis works. It's the same as how the Celestial buff works. It's also the same as how Ashlyn works to a point, and Lily and Leah, and they purify the debuffs. Purification is very, very strong. It works especially well with the applying hindrance. I believe that's how it's going to work, so we're going to check that out in just a sec. So applying hindrance I will go through in detail, but it is a key part of the Celestial mechanic. But first things first, let's get it up to 3 stars and see what we get for our money effectively. So here we do get when divine allies attack, damage includes 1% times the radiant stacks of damage boost. So what that means is every time we purify a debuff, each ally accumulates 1 stack of radiance for 1 round, so they will deal extra damage based on the purification of these stats as well. So let me go ahead, jump into Lost City for now, and then we will jump into some PvP in a little bit, but let's go all the way down, and really we're looking for some Mystifiers enemies. So are we you? No, there's no Mystifiers on this team. Any Mystifiers on this team? Protectors? 2 Mystifiers, we'll take that. Is there any other stages that I can do with more Mystifiers on? No. And no. Okay, what about you? Final stage Monarchs. No Monarchs. So it is just going to be the Protector stage, which is quite good for us. There are a number of Protectors on the, what do you call it? Valianters. There we go. Got my words out eventually. So yeah, number of Protectors on here. So we should hopefully be able to see this in action. So what we're looking at is the Mystifier's debuff that they apply. So it can also be used in PvP, and we'll jump into that in just a little bit. We will also... We need to go with... In fact, I'm going to go with an ethereal build on this one. So we'll choose you, and then we'll choose you, because you are a bit quicker. We'll take these guys out. Same relics. Jump into ethereals. We'll go with you. We need divine units as well. So we do have to choose Elisha, unfortunately. But we will go with Karnak, Eloin, and Victoria as well. Why not? And let's see. Stick you guys at the back here, and then let's jump in. So first thing I want to demonstrate is we get our corrode stacks applied, because there's 2 Mystifiers on the enemy team. I think that's how it's going to work. There is only 2 though, so yeah, we do get a corrode application, so we get 1 stack of corrode added on, and we do bind enemy Karnak as well. So we do get this proc. We do remove all of those debuffs as well. So as you can see, no more corrode on us. It works much more effectively in PvP, just primarily because we have a number of different, what do you call it? Ooh, no shields. Oh yeah, because I don't have Amaterasu on here. Probably should have, to be fair, put Amaterasu on. We do get Victoria to proc her ultimate as well, getting our crits and our attack up and all that sort of good stuff. Got healing on the team with Karnak. Yeah, probably should have had Amaterasu over maybe Victor. Well, maybe not. So Eudora here to proc as well. Get freezes in. Can we freeze these other 2 as well? So we're up to 20 at the moment, but no debuffs on us, sadly. We are increasing our damage per corrode stack that has been purified as well, but it doesn't seem to proc hindrance. Now hindrance is something that can be achieved through the Divine synergy, and I'll show that in just a second once we get out of this match. Yeah, Elisha here to do what she needs to do, of course. She's just so strong with that skin. It's crazy how good she has actually become, or always was, I guess. Okay, so we get our binds in here. Only one target, we do take her out. That is fine. So as you can see, we do purify those debuffs. That is only at 2 stars, so you only need this relic at 2 stars for it to be really super effective. Let's jump into some PvP now, so bear with me. Okay, so we're going up against an all Mystifiers team. We do have 2 Deviants on the team and 3 Celestials. So let's go ahead and check out what the Celestial Synergy does. So if we do have 3, which we do currently, at the start of battle, increases crit rate by 15% and attack by 75% for the ally team. When one ally unit dies, purifies all debuffs on all allies and dispels all buffs from all enemies. So when one of our units go down, it just means that we purify everything. Quite a familiar sight. We take off holy shields off enemies. We remove corrode stacks, burn stacks, taunt stacks, bind stacks, all of that good stuff. But a unit has to die in order to proc this. Now this works in tandem with our runes here. So if we jump into runes for Eudora here, we can have a look at this bit here. So unique divine crit damage. So when equipped by Divine Hero and when allies trigger Purify, there's a 50% chance to imply Enfeeble. So it is actually when allies do it, not when a relic does it. So our relic is not going to be triggering the hindrance effect. That would be so strong. That would be really strong. But unable to receive buffs on all enemies for 1 round. So that is when a unit dies, hindrance does pop up. Maybe we get to see it here, maybe we don't. You've probably seen it before. If an opponent of yours has celestial runes, unique celestial runes, then it might be the way forward. However, we are looking to do as much damage as possible, but as you can see, so Death Scythe procs, we've still got 5 stacks of debuffs on our team here, and now we have burn. We have even more burn, so this Wukong is effectively a dead man if we can't get those burn stacks off, and it is typically a very strong effect. So we do trigger the relic here, and this will remove all stacks. If you see the visuals, all of the debuffs have gone from our team here. It is a very, very powerful effect indeed. We removed a load of debuffs, so we should get an amazing amount of damage here. That is actually quite a high proportion of damage, to be fair, and 145 million on the on a Monarch is very, very strong. So we move into next round. The enemies will go first, I believe. So yeah, enemies will go first here, applying as many stacks of corrode to us as possible. So as you can see, 2 stacks of attack down, 2 stacks of debuff down. If the enemies can survive for long enough, as you can see, all this burn has been applied as well. And we are on very, very low health at the moment. So can we survive? We can, only just about. Can the enemies survive is the real question. We'll see. We'll see. So Gaia doesn't go straight down because the Monarch ability. I think Elisha's going to take Gaia down here. Yep, but not Astrid. That is fine. So we do get this relic to proc again. What I want to show you is once the relic procs, have a look at all the red debuffs on here. And now we will get that in attack. So the rest of the units that are going to attack here, Eudora specifically, is going to get a massive damage boost because of all of the purification effects that we removed, or the purification effect that removed all of the negative buffs or the debuffs from us. Again, it is really, really powerful effect. I think it's just the extra coating for that increased damage. I think that might be really good in PvE if you have a lot of control effects being applied to you in PvE specifically. So maybe corrode stacks, maybe bind effects from Solomon. Went through in the last video how you can use this tool to remove all of the bind effects from your team against enemy Solomon, if you don't have a bind remover already. And as well, it is absolutely spot on. I love that secondary effect. This one here, I am mad for this effect. But yeah, the duration of radiance increased to 2 rounds, and each purification of a different debuff accumulates 2 stacks of radiance instead, so we'll be getting ×2 this effect. And then getting up to 7 stars, damage boost increased to 3% times radiance stacks. So we'll be getting effectively, for 2 rounds, we'll be getting 2 stacks. So say we remove 5 stacks, 5 stacks of corrode, 5 stacks of attack down. That would be, so 10 times 2. So if you get this up to 8 stars, it's going to be 10 times 2, which is 20, and then times by 3. 3% flipping heck. So 60% damage boost just from round 1. So in order to buff up Ethereals, I think this is going to be a really powerful relic to remove all of those debuffs that we have. So if you know you're going up against an opponent, so if we jump into World Arena here and we jump into Challenge and we have a look at our opponent's teams, we can have a look and see. So they're not using Mystifiers in this first team. Are we using Mystifiers in our first 2 teams here? No. And are we using Mystifiers in the first 2 teams here? Okay, so yeah, if we're going up against Team 2, which does have opposing Gaia on it, what we can do is we can put the Ethereal team in against Mystifiers. So let's see if anybody else has. Does Uranus have Mystifiers first? Yes. Okay, so first, as you can see, Tsukiyomi is a really, really strong unit, and the reason for it is because of this passive right here. Tsukiyomi grants allied corrode based teams the ability to absorb stats. When the corrode is triggered, it reduces the target's stats, decreasing their attack by 2 million and defense by 2 million per stack with no limit. The reduced stats are then evenly distributed among all allies. So effectively you can remove all of these corrode stacks and then you can get your attack back. I believe that's how it's going to work. I believe so. But if you were to, you will take less damage. So Emily, when she applies her, it is on her runes, bear with me. So we jump into runes. Increase the corrode damage of all allies by 100%. At the start of battle, Emily applies 5 stacks of corrode to all enemies. So instantly there, you're gaining an additional, depending on your star level for this relic, if it is just 3 stars, you're gaining an additional 5% or 10% attack it will be, because there'll be 10 stacks of corrode on you at any given time if you're going up against an opposing Emily. So you remove those 10 stacks, and in round 1 you'll gain an additional 10% damage bonus. The higher the star level, the higher the bonus. Up to that, I think the max of 60% damage bonus in round 1 just from removing those 10 stacks. Not to mention all of the attack status or the attack downs that will be applied because of the Mystifier's passive. So if we jump into Guild here, it is in Sage's Tome. Jump into Mystifiers, I believe it's this one. No, is it you? Here we go. So each time corrode is applied on the target, it applies 2 stacks of attack reduction on 2 random enemies. That attack reduction gets removed as well. So it just, this hoses Mystifiers. This relic is designed to combat the menace that is Mystifiers at the moment. So yeah, a really strong, powerful relic. I would recommend getting up to 2 stars for everybody. Just the 2 stars is enough. You don't need to push it to 3. If you've got a lot of divine units and you run a lot of divine units on your Ethereals and your Valiantist team, then by all means get it up to 3 stars, go even further. But yeah, it's this, each different debuff purified accumulates 1 stack of radiance from round. We don't care about that. After casting the relic, purifies all non-control debuffs from all allies. That is so powerful. That really is truly spectacular. Anyway, that's it from me. Yeah, I would definitely summon on this. I would get it up to 2 stars as quickly as possible. And yeah, that's it. So thanks very much for watching. Hope you have a great day and good luck in everything that you do.